Let's begin this newscast with some news coming in for Pakistan, as there's been great embarrassment for the country. According to reports, the country has been blacklisted by the Asia Pacific Group, an affiliate of the Financial Action Task Force, the global anti-terror funding watchdog. Now, this comes just months ahead of the FATF plenary meet. The plenary will be held in Paris between 18th to 23rd of October. According to sources, Pakistan failed in 30 of the 40 compliance parameters. These were for the country's legal and financial systems. Pakistan also failed 10 of 11 effectiveness parameters for enforcing safeguards against terror financing and money laundering. And because of all this, Imran Khan's NAYA Pakistan has been placed in the enhanced blacklist, which also happens to be the lowest rung of the group's listing. Let's also take a look at how this listing will impact Pakistan. First, this blacklisting will make it very tough for Pakistan to come out of the FATF grey list. Remember, Pakistan faces FATF reviews in October, when the anti-terror financing body will meet for its plenary. Second, the blacklisting will also make it difficult for Pakistan to secure an IMF bailout. So this is major setback for Pakistan's sinking economy. For more details and perspective, let's quickly go across to Ramesh Ramachandran from the newsroom, who's joining us live at the moment. Ramesh, the report coming in by the Asia Pacific Group of the FATF is clearly going to spell doom for Pakistan. Also, it's going to place it on the negative radar, especially when the report will be reviewed in October this year.
Indeed, Akanksha. Let me put this in perspective for viewers of Wion versus One, Akanksha. Now, the FATF, or the Financial Action Task Force, is the global anti-terror funding and anti-money laundering watchdog. And this is the umbrella organization comprising of many countries around the world, including India. Pakistan is not a member of the FATF. But within the rubric or the ambit of the FATF, there are many other regional organizations, one of which is the Asia Pacific Group. Now, the Asia Pacific Group comprises about 46 countries, including India and Pakistan. And the Asia Pacific Group met most recently in Australia, where they found Pakistan guilty of not complying with a majority of their recommendations or parameters. And therefore, the Asia Pacific Group decided in its wisdom to blacklist Pakistan, which means that Pakistan will face stringent measures from the FATF going forward as well. Now, why is this important? Because in October, the FATF plenary will meet in Paris on the 18th, between 18th and 23rd of October. And if this decision has been taken today by the Asia Pacific Group, the question is, can the FATF also go ahead and blacklist Pakistan in October? Now, that will be a double whammy for Pakistan and Imran Khan in particular. Why? Because this will have direct repercussions and implications for the rollout of the International Monetary Fund's $6 billion bailout package for Pakistan.
Right, so you said that this is going to impact the IMF bailout package. Ramesh, I'd also like to ask you, now that the Pakistani delegation has failed to convince the FATF regional grouping, which is the APJ, what other impact could it have now that it will be placed in the lowest list of the blacklist by the APJ group?
Well, Akanksha, one thing is becoming very clear and becoming very apparent. Now, this decision to blacklist Pakistan by the Asia Pacific Group exposes Pakistan's complicity and duplicity on double standards on terrorism, number one. Number two, this will have ramifications both domestically and externally for Pakistan, namely Imran Khan, the civilian prime minister, and the army led by Qamar Javed Bajwa. Now, Bajwa has just been given a 3-year extension, so it remains to be seen how this decision will affect the balance of power between the civilian administration and the Pakistani army, which called the shots for the last 7 odd decades, number one. And then follows, more importantly, the domestic situation inside Pakistan. Now, Pakistan is already reeling under an economic crisis. Inflation is up, economic growth is slowing down, unemployment is high, austerity measures are imposed by the IMF bailout package. So this is a deepening crisis for Imran Khan, the Prime Minister, also as well. It remains to be seen how this will, how he will navigate or maneuver around this going forward between now and October, when the FATF plenary will meet in Paris, as I said before.
Also, Ramesh, important to talk about those parameters that Pakistan has failed to meet. You must run us through what were these parameters that Pakistan was supposed to comply with, and what is it that they have failed to meet?
Well, there are, at least on the face of it, 40 parameters listed out by the Asia Pacific Group, of which Pakistan has been found guilty of not complying with on at least 30 of those parameters, and that is, to my mind, a majority of those parameters or conditions laid down by the Asia-Pacific Group. Now, many of these deal with banking regulations, making more stringent money transfers into Pakistan and outside of it, and on all of these counts, Pakistan is found to be deficient by the Asia-Pacific Group. That, to my mind, is significant because, remember, India says India is a victim of terrorism emanating from Pakistan. And if you look around the world, most terror attacks can be traced back to Pakistan and the Pakistani deep state and terrorists operating on its soil. So this, to my mind, is significant kind of a censure on the, for Pakistan going forward, and this will have implications for Pakistani economy and the politics going forward as well.
Absolutely, very rightly said that the decision that has arrived today is going to have deep implications, not just for the Pakistani economy, but also for the politics in the country. We'll have to wait and watch how this pans out. For now, thank you so much, Ramesh Ramachandran, for bringing us all the latest.